Oh man, Emmett Smith was the GOAT. Oh! Hey everybody, DCT here. Here with Stat Talk for yet again another live call-in. And if I could find a phone, that'd be great. So I have it here. Unfortunately, you guys can only talk for about 8 minutes. I have to limit it due to, because I got a couple requests for a lot of people joining in. And all kinds of people want to call in. So, Stat Talk. Hey.
Yep.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing, DCT?
I am doing fantastic, of course. It's pretty saddening to see yet another Super Bowl gone by coming without our Cowboys in it. I'm doing great other than that. So, let's talk.
You better get used to it.
Maybe for next year, not. Because let me tell you. But if we make it in, it's going to be. If we make it in the playoffs, it's going to be scary for some teams. Because I know I won't want to face Ezekiel Elliott at full force. So, guys, let me put on my headphones and check quality of the video. Make sure it's all set for you guys. So, let me do this, and let me check out a couple things. So, hopefully.
Turn off your volume on your live stream.
What'd you say?
You were watching a live stream.
I'm just checking out, see how the sounding is. Make sure it's all okay. Yeah, it's perfect. So, guys, welcome. Call in. This is a call-in show. Well, I put my heart and soul away. Because today, on this day, Cowboy history, we won our last Super Bowl. Super Bowl, I forget what number it was, but we won it versus the Steelers, who thought that they would shock the world and beat up on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we know that didn't go as planned. So you guys call in. It's going to be a little bit, hopefully, because we're limited on time.
Back when the Cowboys were a successful franchise.
They still are. So, Stat Talk. I know we've covered this a little bit, but actually there is not that much news. That's the first I've ever heard for the Cowboys. Not much news. I don't think I ever remember a time like that when there was hardly any news. But there are a couple things I want to talk about. So, DeMarcus Lawrence thinks that him and the Cowboys will be all worked out by next month, and he's not worried about free agency. What do you think? There, Stat Talk.
Sorry, you're breaking up. What was the question?
DeMarcus Lawrence thinks that the Cowboys will re-sign him, that he's not worried about free agency. What do you think?
I think he's completely right. I don't think he should be worried. I think the Cowboys are going to re-sign him and everything's going to be alright. He doesn't have to worry about free agency because he's not going to be there when free agency comes around.
Now, he said he's not worried whether he's franchise tagged or whether he is signed, just as long as he's back in Dallas. What do you think is going to happen to him?
What do you mean?
Well, he said that he doesn't care if he's franchise tagged or
So what do you think what's going to happen to him of those?
Yeah.
Options?
Do you think they'll sign a long-term deal? Do you think they'll sign short-term deal, franchise tag? What do you think is going to happen?
I think they'll franchise tag him.
You do?
Either that or sign him. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll pause this really quick, let some people know something. So I'll see you guys in a second. Really, don't worry. I do want to cover some things while he's gone, you know. Some things aren't so good, some things are. Well, we don't know how good this is, but we really don't. Kellen Moore is our new quarterback coach. I don't know how I feel on that. I mean, guys, just had to cover up something right there. So we are gonna be getting a caller in a second. Don't worry. But I forgot what I was talking about. So let me restart on something. Oh, I remember, Kellen Moore. Do I think he's a good choice? Yeah and no. Alright, he's not a great player, but that doesn't make it so he's a bad coach. We've seen some great players, well, some not so great players, turn to mediocre coaches or good coaches, which I'm hoping is the case with Kellen Moore. Now, is it going to happen? We don't know. I'm hoping that it does, and everything all works out. But now let's move on. The number. I forget if I wrote it down, but yeah, I'll give that to you. It's 207 312 9135. 207 312 9135. That way you guys call in and talk with me. Sorry, Stat Talk had to go do something. He'll be right back, though. So, Kellen Moore, I'm hoping it works out. I really am. Now, I don't know if it is, but if it does, I'd be excited, because that would make it a little bit better for us rebuilding. And now with free agency coming right around, we got D-Law, we have to resign. We have David Irving, we have to resign. And we have all these big players we got to resign. I say try and sign D-Law, but if not, tag him. Tag DeMarcus Lawrence. For David Irving, we said we don't want to sign him to a full-on long-term extension. Come on. Why not? You know, I'd sign David Irving to a 4-year, I'd say, $2 million a year with a signing bonus of I don't know, a signing bonus of $1 million per year for David Irving. All right, here we go. We have a caller. Hello? How are you doing tonight? So, are you a Cowboy fan? Alright, so I have a... How do you feel about Kellen Moore being our quarterback coach, and with not just that, but with all the all the coaching changes we have made throughout already? Are you a fan of Jason Garrett? Do you like Jason Garrett for our coach?
Heck no, dog.
I think we all have pretty much the same answer. on that. Do you like our new wide receivers coach? I forget his name. I think it's like Sanjay Lal, something like that. Do you like what we picked him?
A lot of receivers went back in this year, playing that portion on the coverage. So yeah, I like that.
All right. Now here's something I hope you do like. Do you think Chris Richard from Seattle was the best choice for our defense?
Yeah, I don't think anything else was better than him. He was the best player, was the best coach with yet. That's a good move for the Dallas Cowboys, but we got our pass rushing game.
True. I personally, I love Chris Richard coming to Dallas. Now, with DeMarcus Lawrence, what he said that he's not worried about either Dallas signing him or franchise tagging him. Do you think we should either tag him or try and negotiate a contract with him?
What were the options?
What?
What were the options?
Do you think we should franchise tag DeMarcus Lawrence or try and sign him to a long-term deal?
Sounds good. Long-term deal. I mean, it's great. That's different.
All right.
It's only 25 is the future of the Cowboy pass rush.
I can totally see that. I mean, he played out of his mind.
And
And
the best pass rusher in the league.
true. You know, you could, especially with, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw a lot of holding calls on him that were not called. And I think that really could have been, if he would have got those calls.
Against the Cowboys.
What?
Bias against the Cowboys.
So, I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How would you feel? How do you feel about Dallas saying that they are not signing David Irving to a long-term deal?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know much about David Irving. You know, I don't like it. I mean, you need to get another coach, so that might be a good what they thinking. But I think it's time to a long-term deal. Make sure he stays in Dallas.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, and it was good talking to you.
Oh, can I shout out my stuff?
What?
Can I shout out my stuff?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Go on YouTube. Log in. I might will do.
You heard him. Go subscribe or go follow him. Let me tell you, it's worth it.
Big Roadies. Mike Roadies. Mike Roadies.
You heard him. Go do what he said.
Alright, I'll see you later, man. I love you, Cowboy. Go to the CT.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
I love the Cowboys. Peace.
Peace out. All right. Let me actually read the comment. Hi, Cowboy X Factor. I wish. Oh, that's a bummer, Cowboy X Factor. I wish you could call in too. I gotta pause this. I'll be right back. I need to sign David Irving to a long-term deal. I think he is the future of our pass rush. I mean, we look at his stats; they were outstanding. I think anybody could agree with me on that. I'm pretty sad though because Stat Talk isn't here, so it's a little lonely, you know. Oh, that's actually him. I'll be right back. Stat Talk will be joining us in just a quick second. I just have to call him back, and then he'll be here talking. Hopefully, Cowboys, not Redskins. We don't like the Redskins here. The Redskins are not welcome. So Stat Talk should be joining us in a quick second. Hey, Stat Talk,
So,
how you doing?
pretty good.
I don't know if you heard that, but the last caller, he said that we should sign DeMarcus Lawrence to a long-term deal. What's your take on that?
I do think that you should sign him to a semi-long term deal. All right, I don't know about 5 years, but I do think 3 or 4 would be a good move because by the time his contract is up in 5 years, he's 30, which isn't that bad for pass rushers, but it is decently old. So, you know, and the Cowboys are trying to win pretty close to right now. So in the next 5 to 8 years is my estimate that when they're trying to win, because you can't wait too long, but they have to wait a decent amount. They're not going to win like right now. So like the next 2 years, they're probably not going to win the Super Bowl. But so yeah, I think they should sign him to a decently long-term deal, because in that 3rd year, I think that's when they're going to be eaten. All right.
You know,
So I think it's a decent deal.
I could see that. Do you think David Irving is the future for the Cowboys pass rush?
That's a hard question because we don't know if he's gonna completely. I would say yes. He's with the Cowboys currently. I mean, he's not with the Cowboys currently. He's I think he would be. I think he's definitely a Cowboy at heart, and I think he's going to be a great pass rusher. So I'm going to say yes.
All right. Well, I can totally agree. And how long to you is a like you were saying something about what did you say, mediocre long-term deal?
Yeah.
How long to you is that?
3 or 4 years.
All right, that actually sounds pretty fair. Like I was thinking, I don't know if I released a video on it, but I was saying, I'd say about 4 years for $3 million each year with a $1.5 million signing bonus each year. So something like that, something around that general area. You know, because that'd be I'd say it's a fair deal. What do you think?
Yep. I don't know if he's gonna take that, but I think he'd probably take. I think he'd probably want a little bit more, but
that's fair.
I think that's a good price for him, but I just don't think he would take that. I think you're still gonna have to pay him more money. That's the problem right now. The Cowboys, I mean, they have a decent amount of cap space, but not a lot. And
right,
a lot of these players they want, or they're coming, or they want to come back, are going to want more money than they're worth.
Right. If I'm going with what I think what I would feel comfortable giving up, I'd be giving up $8 million a year. For 4 years, which is a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
But like you said, I don't know if he's gonna take that contract. And I'm gonna say this: what do you think about David Irving and the Cowboys saying that they don't want to sign him to a long-term deal?
All right, David Irving on a long-term deal. I think it's the right move for the Cowboys. I don't see why if a long-term deal is 5 or 6 years,
right?
Then again, if you're gonna sign him to, if you're trying to like get in the middle of the two things. If you want a long-term contract, but you don't want to, you want to give him like a short-time contract, then you want to give him right in the middle, which would be like a 3-year, is my thing. But I think the Cowboys are right on that. I think it hurts me to say this, but let him walk if he doesn't want to take a 3 or 4.
Alright, I could actually totally see that. Because David Irving is at the point where he's young, but I don't exactly know if he's going to stay 100% healthy each year, where, the last couple of years, at least this year, he's gotten a concussion, a big concussion though, toward the end of the year, and we're all hoping that he gets better, especially Cowboy fans, because if he does, he can be a huge game changer. He's a big pass rush, big guy. I'm thinking, like he said, I think that we should sign him, but not to like a 6-year deal, to like maybe a 3-year deal, with some, a little bit of money, not a whole lot, but a little bit, because every little thing helps, and we all know that, because without Sean Lee, that is a big killer. Sean Lee, he is, no matter how you look at it, Sean Lee is the key to the defense. I think my starting lineup, actually, if we cut Tyrone Crawford, I think it would be I want to say, I don't know how much we'd save, but I know it would be a little bit. My starting lineup, actually, for defense, the defensive line, would be Taco Charlton, David Irving, DeMarcus Lawrence, and oh boy, I don't know. Maybe throw in. Ooh, that's a tough one. Who should we put there? I don't know. Who do you think Dallas should put on the right side of the D line? Stat talk. Stat talk.
Oh, what?
Who do you think Cowboys should put on the right side of their defensive line? I have Taco Charlton left, David Irvin, DeMarcus Lawrence. Then who do you think should be on the left?
I don't know. I think that's a question that's kind of not relevant, almost. It doesn't. I don't think it matters. Any of these guys are just going to come out and ball anyway. It doesn't matter what side of the line they're on.
True. That's always true. Do you think all kinds of people are saying we move Byron Jones' position because he's the fastest player in the NFL? What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, he's not, but
Actually, yeah, he is.
What do you mean, Byron Jones? What do you mean, fastest player in the NFL overall?
Yeah.
All right, you can. What position do you want to put him at?
I don't know. All kinds of people are saying to change his position to, I forget. I think he's he's a safety right now. People are saying to move him to a cornerback because he's got so much speed. What do you think about that? Considering,
Well, speed isn't
right,
unless
but
we're playing Madden, then speed isn't everything in football.
right, but you look at Deion Sanders. He had incredible speed, and reason why he was so good was because he had that speed and he could keep up and
So
stay with the.
So you're telling me if Deion Sanders didn't have like 25% of that speed, if he didn't have 25% of that speed, so if he was running 75% the entire time, he wouldn't be a great cornerback in the league.
Well, it's hard to
One of the
say.
best.
It's hard to say because he wasn't great at tackling. All right.
Yep. He was great at playing the ball though,
Right.
and he was great at coverage.
And I think some of that is because he was so fast he could keep up and do so good. I think
safeties are matched up with other that they can be matched up with running backs, sometimes tight ends, sometimes even receivers, sometimes in the slot, and that's normally where some of the fast receivers go. I know some of them just go on like a primary receiver position, but some of them go in the slot, and sometimes they cover there. And I just don't think that it matters that much. Again, I think he's great. That's his primary position is safety, right? So,
right.
I just think you keep him at where he's most comfortable. If he wants to go play corner, then yeah, he can go play corner. But if he's most comfortable at safety, then just keep him where he's most comfortable. Don't like push it and place him at corner or something. Just keep him where he is.
All right, so bring it back to what about DeMarcus Lawrence. He said DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm reading the article right now. It says DeMarcus Lawrence thinks Cowboys will lock him up before free agency. I hope, because I do not want him gone. I want him to stay. And I'm actually probably going to have to cut this live stream short because there is literally no Cowboys news. I mean, this is like one of the first time in NFL history that there is, and StatTalk can back me up on this, literally no Cowboy news.
At least none that's relevant.
Well, that's fair, you know. There are some like, oh, the Cowboys could go for blank or this position or defensive end or defensive tackle in the draft, but that's not
It's
really...
just too far-fetched.
Right. There's literally no, breaking news. There is no Cowboy news. So,
Yep.
I mean...
Nothing. Just go Cowboys. Be off.
Alright. You heard it from him. And I'll see you guys next time. Be off.